All right, so this is it's either 2018 or 19, I think it's a 19, Porsche 911 Carrera, base Carrera, 991.2 generation. So we've rented this car through Enterprise, and if you don't know, you can actually get these cars for pretty inexpensive a day rate. I got like a 200, I think it's 201.45 a day, plus the insurance, which is like 45 or 50 bucks. I think 50, so it comes out to like 250, but unlimited mileage. So if you time it right with the app, you can get this for that a day. Unfortunately, it's not the newer generation, the 992, which but I started coaching in this generation, so I'm pretty comfortable with it. With this generation, and this is what they still have. So still a good car, 3-liter, flat 6, twin turbo, 370 horsepower. So it's the lower horsepower in the range. They also had a Carrera T, which would be a better step up, I think. A little lighter, sport exhaust. This doesn't have the sport exhaust. It's a little quiet for my liking and for some of the roads we're on today. We kind of came out Fraser Park, up the 5 from LAX, Fraser Park, and then down through the 33 to go to Ojai and back. A little bit different than doing it like the normal Angeles Crest crowded Saturday. So the things that signify this over a 991.1 is the front intake. Here where the cooling is different. The bumper is shaped a little bit different, so that's how you tell when you're looking at them. Is the 991.1 is shaped just a little bit different. So you have the little kind of almost like semi-vertical piece there that kind of comes over to the blinker. And then you come over here. This has the Carrera S wheels, so this is the optional wheel. The base Carrera would come with, I think it's just like a 5-spoke. Basic 5-spoke wheel, but this is the Carrera S, so this is an option on this car. Black brake calipers. So if somebody didn't, the base Carrera has black brake calipers, the Carrera S has red brake calipers, and then if you have PCCBs or the ceramic composite brakes, you have yellow brake calipers. Fuel, obviously, this is unique for a 911. Because the fuel tank's in the front, fuel filter's there. This one does not have the keyless entry, but it does have the stone guard there, which is kind of nice. You can tell they've already went through a set of tires on this one because it has Michelin's in the front, and then I think Nitto's in the rear, so they've already went through a set of rear tires. Being that it is the base Carrera, it does have these kind of oval exhaust, not the best looking exhaust in my opinion. Let me start it up so you can hear it. Typical Porsche sound. Engine in the rear, obviously. Do a little rev. Not a bad sound from the outside. Another way you can tell it's a 991.2, because they went from a naturally aspirated engine to a turbo engine in the 991.2, you have these intakes here. And those are for the turbos. So that's how you tell if it's a turbo car or not, is because the turbo car, base Carrera and Carrera S will have those air intakes there. Exterior wise, it's typical 911 shape. There's nothing special about it, which is kind of what I like about it, is it kind of blends in. It doesn't have any crazy wings, but it does have a spoiler that pops up. I think it's 70 miles an hour, so adds a little bit of downforce there. Now, if you want to see under that, can't really see the engine too well. But here you have 2 fans. What's signifying is the 3.0 Carrera, washer fluid, and oil. That's pretty much it. You have to get it on a lift to really see the engine and everything underneath it. You can kind of see it sometimes. If you look over, you can see the turbos here. I think there's one turbo there, and then another turbo on the other side. So twin turbo, they're not using any sort of compound turbo system. It's 2 turbos. Let's pop the front here so you can see the front. And you can see with the bags and stuff in there, there's still room. You could fit like a bigger suitcase in there if you wanted to. A little lever in case you get yourself locked in there. You can get yourself out pretty easily. Glows in the dark. I think brake fluid here. Oh, here's the washer fluid. The other one in the back must be coolant. But yeah. Now there's a correct way to close the frunk on a Porsche. You don't slam it like a hood. You close it like that, and then you push on the crest. Nice and easy. That's how you do it. This has the, I can't remember what option this was. This LED headlight. There's different levels with the headlights that you can option on the 911s, but I don't remember what specific one that is. All right, let's go to the interior. Go ahead, hop in the passenger seat and go to the interior. One thing you'll notice on a 911 that's nice is it does have back seats, and the back seats fold flat. So, or the back of the back seat folds flat. So this whole thing here can be as like a deck that you can place stuff on, and then it also have the ties. You can put a kid. I've heard people tell me that kids up to 13 like it back there, depending on their size. But I've never heard anybody put anybody older than a 13-year-old kid theirs back there. This one does have the Bose system, which is an upgrade from the base system. There's little pockets here. People don't know about them. There's little pockets here. Also, I'll show you the complicated solution to cup holders is this here. They kind of fold away. This one does as well, if you want to see what that looks like. Flip that down, and then they're kind of flush, and then when you want them out, you can take 1 or 2 of them out to put stuff in. This has the Sport Chrono. Sport Chrono has the clock there. That's also a stopwatch, and then it also has, that's what makes it come with the drive mode selector, and then that's a boost button. So if you want extra boost, I think for 30 seconds, push that button. This has paddles, just regular metal paddles. The other thing I like about the 991.1 over the 992 is the shifter for the PDK. The shifter for the 992 is this little, they call it the Braun shaver shifter, but once you put it in drive or neutral or reverse, you can't use it anymore. It's done. With this one, you can go to drive and then over to manual, and then you can use this to shift up and down through the gears, or you can use the paddles to shift up and down through the gears. And I like the option to do both. Also, another thing I like about this car versus the 992 is the gauges are mostly analog, where in the 992 there's a digital gauge here and a digital gauge here, and then an analog tack. This one is all analog except for this one here, which is the digital screen. You can put the navigation and stuff through there. This one has Apple CarPlay, which I think came standard on anything after an 18. There's a phone hookup in here. There's also another USB in there that you can hook a phone up to. This one's the only data one, I think, though. And I think it does have the wireless charging. Now this one has the heated seats. This one also has a sunroof. So, Alcantara headliner, sunroof. Porsche stability management is here. It also has the dual mode suspension, so normal and a sport setting on the suspension. I've noticed today that in the sport setting, it's a little stiff for some of the roads, where I like it kind of a little in that normal setting. Seats are pretty comfortable. They're the normal Porsche sport seat. So good bolstering here, as long as you're not too huge. They have a really good bolstering, and it's the classic design that they've had in the Porsches for a really long time. Yeah, other than that, this is basic 911 Carrera for 991.2. So yeah, that's it. Nothing more complicated than that.